the judiciary, Dal Rimple is going to provide oversight. You know, say, Andrew want to say criminal. If it's a plain criminal, you know. Sorry to cut in on your arm, Tara. Right? Go ahead. Yes. I have to come in and say something because you tell me, on which part of the aisle you stand as it comes to your moral compass, where your moral compass there? You put in the Rimper and the Integrity Commission Oversight Committee, tell every Jamaican that you're a criminal. That's what it means. This is what you're telling Jamaica, that you are a criminal. And you endorse criminality. And look here. There are some people who don't want you to speak like this, you know. There are some people who want us to now be politically correct, you know. There are some people now that say, you understand, we too outlawish and we too this and we too that. Hey, listen, man. You see to them and those, I don't want to really disrespect people like that.
Stacy, what's up?
But when you have the Prime Minister himself, don't respect himself,
or in office,
and don't respect the office. Okay, speak, my brother. Speak.
It's an indication that run the place.
That's what he's saying. The normalization of criminality.
Welcome. Hit the like button for me, guys.
Yes, criminal. Being an oversight committee to the Integrity Commission.
Maybe he doesn't know what it means. Look, we never talk about, right? You want to create a committee, you understand, that protect criminal, you know. It has nothing to do with that, you know. We are talking about the Integrity Commission Oversight Committee. It has to do with the Integrity Commission Oversight Committee. So how Darren plus a criminal defender?
Insane, bro. Jamaica is not a real place.
It is an insult.
Yeah, of course it's an insult.
Exactly.
Big old insult to injury.
We are people within Jamaica because I'm
Man, thief out of this, man.
Like up the live, guys. Welcome. Good evening.
And I think
We have a lot to talk about. Giving you some time to come in there. I watch Mystic Sensation.
Wherein,
You know.
I think he's provoking.
I'm gonna try to live on TikTok. I don't know on the TikTok.
Look inside some
TikTok seems to be giving me some problems,
civil disturbance
on this device.
Exactly.
I see that. So when I hear people coming out and ask about what Mark Bolin and what the opposition do, they can only address the issues that are presented to them. They can't go out the street and tell people say go demonstrate.
Yes, and you are correct. I want you to repeat that, you know. I want you to repeat that in terms of people who believe that, okay, all right.
Yes.
You know, because you have some people who, you know, are just in certain situation and saying that the opposition can do this and the opposition can do that. People need to understand, right, the context of which they understand the opposition can act. And to me, let me say this. I believe the opposition is doing a fine job. I heard what's your name? Diane Jackson Miller, right? Talking about, well, I mean, listen, Diane is quite professional and I'm not going to be disrespectful where Diane is concerned.
Karen, what's up?
But, you know, as for me, I beg to differ, right? Because number one, I think particularly when it comes to the performance in the general election, the fuck of the matter, right? You have to understand the impact that the Jamaica Labour Party caused in terms of not having a free and fair general election.
Right, so.
And so then when you're arguing, you have to factor that as a fundamental point. Right? So you can't say, well, all right, the People's National Party, right, did not do this The People's National Party had done what they had to done. And we have shown evidence of the crime committed, right? So the election wasn't free and fair. So I can't be contradicting that.
Yes, quite so.
And I can't be twisting that.
Give me a second, guys. I'm going to set up
your
your phone
now. Say, okay, the Jamaica Labour Party administration steal the election, which they did. They stole the election. I cannot be saying again and accusing people of voting and blah, blah, blah. I can't be I'll be a twisted record.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm going to take one track, and the track that I'm taking, Jamaica Labour Party stole the election.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
That is it, my general. Let them know. Mystic, let them know. Talk up the truth, my friend, let them know. And that's how we boil down to, you know. People corruption in Jamaica, boy, may I tell you, rough. And we are not standing up against it as a people. And it's just the truth. Our fault right now, why things continue to be how it is. I tell you.
No, I can tell you, Bobby Montague steal the election, but what political thing going with Bobby Montague?
On a joke thing.
Exactly. And Central Kingston.
Come on, man, talk shoot, man. Joanne, what's up, my baby? How are you? Joanne Frey in the building. We got Stacy in the building. Yes. No, we look like we are smart, you know. We don't want it too high, because you know the background, you know. Yeah, son. Yeah, son.
The $1 billion
yeah.
thing.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, the background.
Because up to know that man hasn't come up with
like and share the video, guys.
Looking, you know, explanation.
Exactly.
I go for my blanket in the car.
Exactly.
I get comfortable right now.
We don't see that it needs to come to the fore. We can't allow these guys. If you look at this, you know, sir, it's just about 3, 4, maybe 5 people at the top. And if you notice, these are the people who are always talking on behalf of this, on behalf of that, as leaders of the group. And I think that, as some polling says, not half a press,
yes,
force. If the head of the stream is corrupt,
the entire river will be yours.
All right. Here you go, my brother. Here you go.
You know, and I soon be going home. I go home and spend every time in my yard. But, brother, it's a critical
put on my Moses robe right now.
Next birthday I will be 75.
I put on my Moses robe right
yes.
now. Moses robe. You understand? You know that robe there when you see that show in a biblical movie them? Yeah, man, I put on my Moses robe right now. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome on TikTok. Remember to double tap the screen, help me with my live goal. We are here today to talk about the erosion of our democracy and the players that are integral in that erosion. All right, one of the, and big up the people on YouTube as well. Remember to hit the like button and share the live. It helps the video to get out into the algorithm. If you're not yet subscribed, subscribe. It is a subscriber only chat. So if you subscribe for 60 seconds, after 60 seconds you'll be able to comment. If not, you'll be just in the background with no ability to comment. This is a subscriber only platform. Alright, you have to subscribe to have the right to comment. Yes? Whether temporarily or not, you can always unsubscribe if you feel like you want to unsubscribe. That is your right. Good? Can't force anybody. No, over here so it's not about dictatorship. It's about democracy. Not true. This is a democratic platform. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I have a multiple amount of news articles that I have to go through that are shared on my Facebook. Right? First of all, let's start from the top. Wellness. Cutting edge investment key to GDP growth. Right? It says here that Prime Minister Andrew Holness has urged Jamaica manufacturers to capitalize on government policies favoring investors and to step up their role in driving economic growth. Speaking during yesterday's opening of Winsinco Group new brewer and manufacturing plant at Lake Spence and Catching, Oles said the administration has sharply increased its capital budget over the past decade to drive infrastructure-led growth. Wait a minute. They have increased their capital budget. What about the spending of it? What about the spending of it? If the capital budget isn't spent, then the proper infrastructure won't be put in place. The roads and all of those things. Those things benefit and also benefit business, benefit investors. Good road benefit investors and regular users of the road. The one that pays the most taxes, like the taxi men them and the bus and the taxi operators, and even private citizens that have their private vehicles. And we are on record to understand that the capital budget has not been utilized, ladies and gentlemen, properly, right, for the advancement. And it can be argued that it is one of the reasons why Hurricane Melissa damaged the parts of the country that it did, because of the lack of proper infrastructure and the use of the capital budget in cleaning even the drains and stuff like that. That is a solid argument. How you doing, Celine? Good evening, all the way from East Portland. Ladies, let me know where you are watching from, all right? All right. It goes on to say, he noted that once thriving manufacturing spaces have declined as investors relocated, creating both opportunities and challenges. I don't want to even open this now because, yeah, it open, it can work. It look like them are chill out today, ladies and gentlemen. Let's expand the investment, he said, but not any kind of investment. We want cutting edge investment, because cutting edge investment incorporates technology and increases your productivity. Holness argued that the thing was right for the timing was right for greater private sector investment, pointing to policies aimed at expansion and modernization. No matter about smart cities and all of those things. Pay attention, ladies and gentlemen. All right. The confidence has been reinforced by deliberate policy choices. In the 2025-2026 budget, we introduced an accelerated capital allowance regime designed to incentivize companies to invest, expand, and modernize their productivity capacity by allowing businesses to write off major capital investment more frequently. Owners also highlighted Winsingo's long-standing contribution to national development, noting that the company has grown alongside Jamaica over several decades. He said that in 6 decades, Winsingo Group had expanded in tandem with the country, evolving from modest beginning into one of the most sophisticated, fast-moving consumer goods manufactured and distributed operation in the region. The journey mirrors Jamaica's own economic transformation from vulnerability and volatility of stability, credibility and opportunity, honest noted. The Prime Minister underscores the importance of manufacturing to the wider economy beyond job creation. Manufacturing matters not only because it creates jobs, but because it anchors productivity across the economy, he said. He describes this Winsingo US $35 million investment in Devon H. Reynolds manufacturing facility, named after the company long-serving director of production, as a major boost to the sector. This new brewer and manufacturing facility reflects not only private sector ambitions, but the cumulative results of years of discipline and national reform, he said. Winsingo Chief Executive Officer Andrew Mafood, remember that name, ladies and gentlemen, the Mafoods. Good evening, Colleen. Remember that name, Mafood. Said the facility would expand production capacity, strengthen the company ability to meet rising demands, and allow greater diversification diversification. He praised the workforce, noting that the investment would create 285 jobs, 85 in direct production, and about 200 in sales, distribution, and marketing. This new facility represents a major step forward in our manufacturing capabilities, Mahfoud said. The plant formerly positioned Winsinko in the brewer category, producing beers, stouts, malts, and ready-to-drink beverages, including Worthy Park, mixed rum drinks, and Stone Ginger wine. At the ceremony, the company launched Legend Beer, Empower Malt, and Mamba Stout. Mahfoud said Winsinko was extremely proud to introduce these products to the Jamaica market. Some more alcohol, ladies and gentlemen. More alcohol. If I know what you're doing, my darling, how are you? Hope all is well. More alcohol, guys. 85 secure jobs in terms of who works at the company the factory itself, and then you have the rest of them is in sales. All right. So that is something in the news. Now we all heard Dr. Alfred Dawes, and I think I have to replay it because you see, I'm gonna get to something because the wrong Jamaica group, them call themselves young, but I call them the wrong Jamaica group. The young arm of the JLP had the audacity, the unmitigated gall to put out an article to challenge. Happy New Year to you too, darling. To challenge what the opposition spokesperson on health, Dr. Alfred Dawes, had to say. So let me play what he said.
This is Dr. Alfred Dawes, Shadow Minister on Health and Wellness. The Auditor General has now confirmed what I have been warning about for over a year. No procurement documents were found for $521 million in contracts awarded by the University Hospital of the West Indies. That is not a clerical error. This is a serious failure of governance. For more than a year, I raised concerns about procurement practices across the Ministry of Health and its agencies. Each time, the minister assured the country that systems were sound and functioning properly. The Auditor General has now shown that this was simply not true.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that is an accurate statement. The system is in place are not sound. Because if it was sound, $521 million of contracts that were not procured properly, not the right procedure, don't have the right documentation, nothing required, right, would not have occurred if the right systems were in place. So that is an accurate statement. Yes, let's continue.
Repeated public assurances from Health Minister Christopher Tufton, hundreds of millions of dollars were committed without basic documentation. We saw this after the Integrity Commission exposed the improper $80 million in contracts awarded to Market Me.
Where's the lie? Isn't that also an accurate statement, ladies and gentlemen? Isn't it also an accurate statement, right? That Market Me benefited from the same type of situation? Isn't that accurate? Tell me when Mr. Dawes lied, because I'm going to point them out now. When did he lie? Let's continue.
We saw it again when a $31 million drill for Bustamante Hospital was publicly praised as a model procurement. Yet once more, serious breaches occurred under the minister's watch.
Where's the lie again? Ladies and gentlemen, we are still not aware of who is this person A. Remember when such man name come up, was it Delroy? Is it Delroy Williams? Or the JLP? Or him brother? His name came up as the owner of the company, and he said that he was what? He was a standing owner, he was not the actual owner. And all know we don't know, or it has not been Antonio, how are you doing? It has not been told to us who is person A. That is not public, although it's mandatory and it's against the law to be hiding who is person A. Who remember this? Because it seems like we have got to do some revision today in regards to the issues them in the healthcare system. And somebody called into Mystic Sensation and she was saying the fact that he does not see the need to resign without anybody telling him tells you a lot about Christopher Tufton. The man has no moral fiber. None. He has no ethical fiber whatsoever. And how can you blame him? Because the Jamaica Labour Party is a party that did not sign the Code of Conduct, ladies and gentlemen. They refuse to sign the Code of Conduct. None of them don't sign it. After several calls about it. But let's continue.
This government has been in office for nearly a decade.
Yes.
After 3 consecutive terms, excuses about inherited problems are no longer credible.
Where is the lie? More than 10 years in office, and you don't get your systems of operations right? How can you blame Portia? How can you blame PJ that are no longer Prime Minister? All the problems that are happening to Jamaica, one party alone is to be blamed. They're led by Andrew Owens. And that's facts. Let's continue.
When fails, hospitals go without equipment.
Listen.
Healthcare workers are left unsupported.
Yes.
And patients pay the price.
Yes.
That is how a health system is driven into crisis.
You hear that?
A system cannot credibly investigate itself. A committee appointed by the minister to probe the failures he presided over is like a man on trial choosing his own jury.
Where's the lie? Where's the lie? When have you seen a manager for a company not able to explain $521 million and the owner of the franchise appoints him, right, to select an oversight body to catch himself, potentially? Suppose him is the one that is guilty, directly or indirectly. You think he's going to appoint a committee that answers to him to potentially fire himself or implicate himself? It has to be an independent body. And any intelligent and well-thinking Jamaican that is not corrupt and is not a supporter of criminality would agree. I don't think it's even a question at this point that Christopher Tufton cannot be the person that is going to select an oversight committee to investigate things that are happening within his own ministry, that he has direct and indirect responsibility for, that he might be indirectly or indirectly involved in, whether through inaction or action. There's just no way, ladies and gentlemen, that spells sense. It doesn't spell sense at all. But, ladies and gentlemen, this article came out. The wrong Jamaica rejects DAW's UHWI audit claims as bareface. Wrong Jamaica, the youth arm of the governing JLP, has dismissed as barefaced and disingenuous comments by the opposition health spokesperson Dr. Alfred Dawes, blaming a lack of oversight for procurement breaches at the University Hospital of the West Indies. Ladies and gentlemen, what does disingenuous mean? We know what barefaced means, right? We're not going to act as if everybody know the word and its exact meaning, so I am going to go there. Disingenuous means occurring naturally in a particular place, right? Existing in a land from its no, sorry, disingenuous. I put ingenuous. Sorry, disingenuous. Disingenuous. My bad. Not candid or sincere. So typically by pretending that one knows less about something that one really does. Right? So they are saying that the statements from Dr. Alfred Dawes in regards to the lack of oversight for procurement breaches is disingenuous. Ladies and gentlemen, can you remember when Dr. Dawes went out on a limb before election about the procurement issues? There was so much threat of suing him and all type of something. Did he stop? Hasn't he been consistent? When the market meeting came up, did he stop? So it wasn't an election thing for Dr. Dawes. It was a principle thing where leadership is concerned, and that is quite clear. So I reject these ridiculous and idiotic, the wrong arm of Jamaica Labour Party. The wrong Jamaica, that them name, wrong Jamaica, because they are wrong in Jamaica with this type of nonsense, right? Wrong Jamaica views the statement issued by Dr. Dawes calling for independent oversight of operation as a slap in the face of intelligence of the Jamaican people. This whole article and their statement is a slap in the face of intelligent Jamaican people. You want us to believe, right? You guys are a disgrace. You guys are the problem. You guys are the agents that is helping to erode the standard of integrity and good governance in this country. And it's disgusting. What's up, Lassom? The audacity of these people to come and try to convince us that Dr. Dawes was disingenuous, that he hasn't been consistent before the election. The other day when Market Me come out, he made a statement, anytime it is required, when anything to do with health, he does his job. He has been very consistent. He warned them, don't make a man-made disaster happen. We just had a natural one. We might have a breakout of leptospirosis and this and this and this if the right speedy action is not taken. And ladies and gentlemen, that's exactly what happened. He is very genuine. He genuinely cares. This is not about September 3rd. The only persons living in the past is the politician them and the politician supporters of the JLP. Them living at the past more. Chantel, how you doing? Where's Peter Chambers? Peter Chambers, I don't know. I don't keep tracks on any person. The man is a grown man. And him have spiritual work for do. I don't know where he is. I think he's in Jamaica because, he messaged me the other day, sent me the voice note and tell me to put it out on all platforms, and I did that. Right? But anyway, how can they tell us that the statement by Dr. Dawes to request an independent oversight is a slap in the face? There is a problem within. So there needs to be somebody outside that is independent of the party to come and investigate it. That is common sense, that is intelligence. Right? What is unintelligent is you guys coming out here to put this out there publicly and trying to stand on this. Sahid, big up yourself. Right? Thank you for sharing, Ian. Thank you for liking. Help me to get my goal. And for the persons on YouTube, let's get this video to 300 persons watching. Like and share the video. Share it with 20 people. TikTok, make we get 500 people watching. Like and share the video. Right? This is the youth arm of the JLP coming out and saying that the statement by Dr. Dawes requesting an independent oversight is a slap in the face of intelligent Jamaicans and confirmation of his willingness to seek to squeeze political mileage out of an issue in the public domain. It is in the public domain. Him don't have to squeeze anything. If this is not dripping of corruption, this is like a river of corruption. Mount Everest, the Red Sea, $521 million worth. He not even squeeze anything. Trying to minimize with these buzzwords the gravity of the situation. That $521 million is now added to trillions of dollars. That is unaccounted for by this evil, wicked, corrupt, scamming government. What are you talking about? Huh? Peer criminal activity where the monies are concerned. Talking about squeeze political mileage. Huh? I can't wait for that. I can't wait for Dora the Explorer run out. Run out, Dora. Run out. Boy, you come, boy, you go dispel this information. I want to see who you go dispel. Run out. Please run out. I can't wait. I'm salivating. I start watch JRS more often. Run out, Dora. They are not blind to the fact. Them is corrupt. Them is a part of the problem. Birds of a feather flock together. We can clearly say that it is now that the well-thinking Jamaicans should put Jamaica Labour Party in a political hell. Lock them up in a one dungeon. They should never be the government for the next 200 years. Put them in a political retirement if God of this earth and a come feet by that time. You heard what I said? The Jamaica Labour Party should be put in a political retirement dungeon. You remember when the Bible talk about God sealing off the devil for 1,000 years in a Revelation? You remember that? A sound need to deal with the JLP because the youth arm is as corrupt as the elder them. The youth them not even coming out to say, yo, this is wrong. Or shut up and don't say anything at all. But for you to come out here and stick out your neck and put your political reputation on the line as the youth arm of the JLP, nobody with any sense and intelligence and integrity can follow these people. And I want to remind you guys that Dr. Dawes' life, there was an attempt on Dr. Dawes' life to poison him years ago. You know? Who remember? Under God, never happened. And the ass gone through the gate. And now them can't do nothing because Dr. Dawes though him not emotional enough. If you notice and watch him, you know. Him is very calculative and to the point and the facts, you know. He understands the assignment. He understands the assignment because he understands they are some, what you call it now, is a PR government. Right? It's a PR government. No matter what them try to do, man. The entire truth is always going to escape these JLP vloggers, you know. Because they are blinding themselves to it. I hear the narrative. Yes, them try to poison him. I hear the narrative what them try to put out. But it not gonna work. Tell us about all the companies. Tell us about all the companies, ladies and gentlemen. Tell us. Tell us about all the companies. And who own the company them. And who is person A. Who is person A? Who is person A? For the company, for the drill. From that time, Mr. Dawes has been relentless. This is not about no. If it was about just the election, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dawes, Dr. Alfred Dawes would not be applying the pressure he's applying. I want you to use your deductive and intelligent capacity and reasoning and common sense reasoning. If it was about September 3rd, he would have stopped. Because it's 5 years down the line again before election. Well, not really. Prophetically, it's going to be soon. But according to, it's 5 years from now. So if it was that he was just doing it because he wanted to win the election, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dawes would go into parliament and sit down and say nothing. So this idiot argument about trying to squeeze political mileage. How do you squeeze political mileage when you're already there in the house? Huh? And you have such a corrupt government. It's not squeeze. Listen to me. The Jamaica Labour Party members, and it seems as if even the youth them is involved now with these type of statements that them have come out. The youth arm seems to be involved. What are you doing, Saturday? Valerie, how are you? The youth arm of the Jamaica Labour Party seems to be as corrupt as the elder members. They are breathing a next 4-5 generations over there of corrupt leadership. And it is our responsibility of persons that truly love Jamaica, right, to ensure that democratically, right, democracy is upheld and thievery in elections do not occur. Big up Mr. Paul Buchanan. God bless you, sir. It is our responsibility as the people, you and I. Corruption is a crime, ladies and gentlemen. Corruption is a crime, I wonder if you understand that. Corruption is one of the largest crimes. You know why? It doesn't just affect me and you. It affects the unborn. You heard what I said? Corruption affects the unborn. So young youth arm of Jamaica, right, of Jamaica Labour Party, talking about trying to squeeze political mileage. And then had the audacity to say it is a slap in the face of intelligent people. Their position on Mr. Dawes' request is a slap in the face of intelligent people. Now I tell you say TikTok, boy. Sometimes I can't bother you, man. Dawes was responding to a release on Tuesday, blah, blah, blah. Each time, warning dismissed. That is the statement he made. It says here, Wrong Jamaica dismissed those claims as disingenuous and said it had posed 3 questions to Dawes, a medical doctor who was recently elected. The group called on Dawes to clarify whether any company linked to PMP Parliament was among the private entities referenced in the Auditor General report and to disclose whether he has ever had any ownership, partnership, or professional association with any such company. Meanwhile, so it is interesting. This is what Nationwide is pushing as well. So you see the media propaganda that is being pushed out there, right? And this is why them can't sue Andre Stevenson. Because when they ask questions of propaganda, Andre Stephen asks questions based off of intelligence and we know. Not propaganda. So Andre questions it different. And let me go to Instagram because let me tell you something. Dr. Dawes is not afraid enough. Dr. Dawes is not afraid. And this thing what I want to try to push, to try to divert, when everybody knows say JLP, yes. It is all gonna come out, ladies and gentlemen. It is all gonna come out. This is what you call damage control or attempts of damage control. Right? Let me see. Let me see here, sir. Throwback Thursday.
This is a pattern of no accountability, and deflection, denying involvement.
Mighty God. Me can play this back and it's still relevant. As a Lassom, what are they afraid of? What are they afraid of, Lassom?
And then defamation of anyone who dares to criticize the Honorable Minister. So I will
Matthew, how you doing?
say, because it is not now to elaborate on every single scandal that has been met with this response. The archives are there, the answered records is there. But I will ask the Honorable Minister if, when the Auditor General's report on the state of affairs at the University Hospital is made public and brought to this House, if he will remember that he had direct ministerial...
Hey! Throwback Thursdays. Hold on. Wait. Nobody around with Mr. Dawson.
Of no accountability.
Listen to the response, ladies and gentlemen.
And deflection, denying involvement.
Hold on there. And when they put out this hour now, this was today's the what? Today's the 16th. This was they put out this morning. Okay, at 10:25.
And then defamation of anyone who dares to criticize the Honorable Minister. So I will say, because it is not now to elaborate on every single scandal that has been met with this response. The archives are there, the answered records is there. But I will ask the Honorable Minister if, when the Auditor General's report on the state of affairs at the University Hospital is made public and brought to this House, if he will remember that he had direct ministerial interference in the composition of the board when they wanted to have a reformation of the leadership of that hospital. Because if what is out there is true, then whatever we have been asking about in terms of clarity, in terms of breaches of procurement guidelines, in terms of outright fraud and misrepresentation, overpaying for equipment, then we will see whether or not this situation at the University Hospital will need further drilling down.
Hello.
This is a pattern of...
This was October 14th, 2025. He knew, Dr. Dawes knew, ladies and gentlemen. You think that this Auditor General report is a surprise to him? He knew from October 14, 2025, he knew the man has been consistent. This not have nothing to do with political mileage. This is his mission to clean up the nasty corruption in the Ministry of Health. All the unethical, illegal procurement, lack of procurement practices that the health ministry under Christopher Tufton has been doing. Imagine you procure, imagine you buy some things as UHWI for a private company so that they don't have to pay the taxes on them, and then buy back the equipment from the company. Then hold on, no one sweetheart deal that. Isn't that a sweetheart deal? Let us do it for you in terms of somebody in the street. Imagine a company, a supermarket, buying cigarettes for you so you don't have to pay the taxes on the cigarettes, getting them cheap, right? And then turning around after them buy it for you, buy it back from you to sell it in a them store. Ladies and gentlemen, do you see the robbery of our tax of our something? Do you see the robbery of our tax dollars, ladies and gentlemen? Do you see the robbery? Who benefits? Now the company where them buy it for, money in them pocket, they escape tax, plus they get a profit. When UHWI buy something from them. And all of that was, the root of all of that was our tax dollars, ladies and gentlemen. What can go so? When we beg you a bad light now? When they can? They get a bad light. So Dr. Alfred Dawes answered them. He says here, I warned in Parliament that the Auditor General findings at the UHWI were not minor issues, but symptoms of a dangerous management in our health system. This week's new Auditor General report proved those warnings were ignored. Patients are paying the price while those reasonable hide behind press releases and excuses. Are we like? No man, the other one, man. The other one, that now go stay on. That's why I'm telling you, cause you do this one. Are they in their room? How are they? Oh yes, nice. Can I put you over this one? That is the one. Bright and nice. Zine? Yeah. Don't make it drop it now. I want that mash up. Because that help in at the times of no light. They say 521 million gone down the drain and the people are making it seem like it's nothing. It's not just the people, you know. The supporters of the Jamaica Labour Party, right? The die-hard supporters of the Jamaica Labour Party is doing that. And the youth arm, if you're just coming in, ladies and gentlemen, the youth arm of the Jamaica Labour Party wronged Jamaica, me call them, because they have wronged Jamaica. Dr. Hunter also speak out as they don't believe him. See there? Dr. Hunter has been vilified. Dr. Hunter's statement, so no longer can they say that Dr. Hunter is not credible. Them cannot what you call it now, character assassinate Dr. Hunter anymore. This Auditor General report, ladies and gentlemen, has validated his claims. It has validated the warning of Dr. Alfred Dawes. And Christopher Tufton must be if he doesn't, just like Dennis Chung and all of them, Kedisha, whatever she want him, secretary, we need to put a list of people who need to resign. And we need to march on it. Yeah man, lock down the country till them then take with themselves. No movement, no work, no nothing. Jamaica, we need to get serious, you know. Legally serious, you know. Separate the people them where tear down the country from the people them where want better for the country. The people them want better for the country is going to march against corruption. I mean, not talk about 1 day or 1 week or 2 weeks. Me I talk about till the people them lift up. Of course, she need to resign too. There's a man said that Rimple need to resign. Mother who fought, we need to see back at she. Dora the Explorer got to go. Right? Bobby Montague, lift up. Daryl Vaz, lift up. Right? Desmond McKenzie. Yo, pack up all of them in one barrel of resignation here, man. Pack up all of them in one barrel of resignation. You heard what I said? Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, but I had to get that. That really pissed me off, man. Unbelievable. Right? Unbelievable, Bridget. Let's go to the next article. The amount of order talking about is a slap in the face of intelligent Jamaicans. I don't know who this gentleman is. Christopher Bovell died. An attorney and businessman. I hear Bobby Montague talking about him. Sir, I don't know you, but Bobby Montague talking about you? No. I'll leave it at that. Not good company. St. Elizabeth police charge man in fatal home invasion in Newtown. Alright. Let me see. Ooh, that the one that now pop out. St. Elizabeth police charge man in fatal home invasion in Newtown. Fatal home invasion? What does that mean? That means that them kill somebody in the home invasion, or did that man kill somebody in a home invasion? Let me get the context of this, ladies and gentlemen. The St. Elizabeth police has now charged Kimiko George, alias Shane Brown, who was listed as wanted in connection with a fatal gun attack in Newtown, Black River, who recently surrendered to the police in charge with murder, possession of prohibited weapon, unauthorized possession of ammunition, and using a firearm to commit a felony. Oh! So somebody died in this. Oh wow. Crime. St. Mary police will be maintaining late night monitoring of parish roads aimed at reducing collision caused by road misuse and breaches of the traffic laws during these hours. Speaking during a recent traffic symposium at the St. Mary Parish Court, Deputy Superintendent of Police Ricardo Beckford said that monitoring exercise commenced in December 2025. That is good. That is very, very good, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, this one now. Taxi operator in St. Anne have arrested 4 persons in connection with a case in which a taxi operator was fatally stabbed during a dispute early in the morning in Salem. Deceased has been identified as 49-year-old Paul Miller and of Mount Salem in Raleigh. Ladies and gentlemen, when you reach a certain age, Jamaica in focus, big up. Big up yourself. Love your content, big up yourself. Listen to me. The man them, Jamaican people, protect yourself. Understand the spiritual climate that we're in. There is a spirit of darkness and death in Jamaica. Right? It's like the angel of death is just, all type of, it might sound funny to some people, but I'm telling you, if you can avoid arguments with people, where you can use, don't be quick to wrath and ray. Don't be quick to that. Be calm, remove yourself from situations. Don't make your pride make you end up dead. You heard what I said? Don't let your pride let you end up dead. Trust me, it's not worth it, because I have 3 pints that and 1 life you have. Okay? Please. Because a lot of these situations with people that get stabbed up and so, all of it could have been avoided. If people's pride, they check their pride at the door. Anyway, gas prices are up, ladies and gentlemen. And expect this to get higher. Alright? You heard what I said? Expect this to get higher. It's up to, I think this must be US dollar. Hold on there. It's up 25 cents. Diesel is up 11 cents. I'm not an economist. I'm not I'm not a financial advisor. But based on what is happening geopolitically, I expect gas prices to skyrocket. It's going to get scarce. Given session all off. It's going to get scarce, ladies and gentlemen. Now to an interesting story right here, so. This is geopolitical. The U.S. Department sidelined a war power resolution Wednesday that would have put a check on President Donald Trump's ability to carry out further military attacks on Venezuela, as President put intense pressure on his fellow Republicans to vote down the measure. Trump has lashed out at 5 GOP senators who joined with Democrats to advance the resolution last week. Let's read. I hope them don't block this article here because I tell you say this is one of me definitely licking my chops to read, you know. Because I'm telling you, there is anything will affect America, thank you so much. Anything Kayavas, Ubuntu, thank you, always supporting, big up. Anything that affect America and how them operate, whether them go, you know, act in a one certain way or not act, it's gonna directly affect Jamaica, and we know this. Alright, it says here, right, that the US Senator, blah blah, I read that already. Trump lashed out, I read that already. Yet, even the possibility that the Republican controlled Senate would defy Trump on such a high profile vote revealed the growing alarm on Capitol Hill about the president's expanding foreign policy ambitions. Democrats forced the vote after US troops captured former Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro in a surprise nighttime raid early this month. Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer said Wednesday that Republicans abdicated their responsibility after they voted to dismiss war powers resolution that would have given Congress a say on Trump's future military actions. You hear that? It would have given Congress a say on Trump's future military actions in Venezuela. What has happened tonight is a roadmap to another endless war. Schumer said, ladies and gentlemen, be prepared for what is to come. And for what is to come, be prepared. No joke about that. You hear when the apostle talked about planting melon, because water is going to be scarce and melon is a great source of hydration. Ladies and gentlemen, get original melon seeds. Start planting a melon. In terms of nutrients, start planting a pumpkin. You know, pumpkin, you can grow it by your house, stop in a Jesus name. It will grow anywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, start, put some stick, no matter how small the area is. Jam some stick in the ground, plant some pumpkin, and plant some melon. Plant enough. Plant enough. Find out methods of how to preserve certain food. May I tell you, we have to prepare for the potential WW3. You hear them say? What the man say a while ago? The man said, what has happened tonight is a roadmap to another endless war. Virginia Senate Tim Kaine said Democrats will file a whole lot of more war power resolutions as Trump has threatened action in other countries. They can run, but they can't hide. Kaine said they can block us from having a vote. Successful White House efforts to flip two Democratic votes, Senators Josh Hawley of Missouri and Todd Young of Indiana, was to stop a debate about a war. Kaine said Republican senators stood by Trump's desire to have no restraint in Venezuela. You hear that? Republican senators stood by Trump's desire to have no restraints in Venezuela, but they needed Vice President J.D. Vance to break the 50-50 tie. Senator Josh Hawley of Missouri and Todd Young of Indiana flipped on a procedural vote after joining Democrats and three other Republicans last week to advance the proposal. Trump pressured Republicans and made clear he wouldn't sign the resolution. Democrats pushed the resolution after U.S. troops captured Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro in a raid earlier this month. Senate Majority Leader John Thune said the debate anti-Trump hysteria. Republican Senate Ron Paul, who voted with Democrats, said it recognized lawmakers' constitutional authority to declare war. If we don't know it's war until after all the people die, wouldn't it then be a little late? Paul said, calling it an absurdity to argue Trump hasn't already taken actions of war. So the debate is riveting, ladies and gentlemen. the man is actually saying, one setter say, yo, the man, this is an act of war. And then the other side is playing down. No, it's not really an act of war. And then there's another argument saying he should not have any restraint in his operations in Venezuela. And the other side is saying, no, he should be restrained. Right? And there's a tug of war where that is concerned. And at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, what does this mean for Jamaica? What does this mean for the politicians out here? What does this mean in regards to what we've heard about this potential extradition situation? What does it mean? Right? Why the man they reject it, brother? No war powers around here. So basically Trump can't carry out no further political no more military action in Venezuela. It's gonna be interesting in the upcoming weeks, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be interesting. Helen, how you doing? That girl, thank you for sharing. It's gonna be interesting. We have to keep an eye on that. This tug of war right here, so this tug of war in the war powers, we have to keep an eye on that. We have to keep an eye on that. The Ministry of Health and Wellness has missed another deadline on November 2025. Clear backlog of appropriation accounts dating back to 2013. Mighty God, 2013. Backlogs since 2013. All right. So the previous administration was in power 2013. Yes, there was a backlog. As a government that decided to improve Jamaica, you continue the backlog. Appropriations account spanning the fiscal year 2013, 2014, 2019, 2020 with an approved budget of 319 million. And that is another thing, guys. In terms of, that him say I go for Greenland. In terms of money spent, a lot of money has gone through the health ministry. With so much money going through the health ministry, how is it acceptable for the health ministry to have a lack of procurement where the contracts are concerned? Is that acceptable to you guys? Is that okay? So it says here 2019, 2020 with an approved budget of 319.16 billion remain outstanding, preventing the Auditor General from reviewing how taxpayers' money has been spent. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health and Wellness, Errol Green, who took over from Dunstan Bryan. You remember, so Dunstan Bryan, they have to step down because of all of this money. Who remember that Dunstan Bryan had to step down? Not imprisoned, not investigated on charges of corruption, but had to step down. Jamaica, it is like the people I'm saying on Mystic Sensation, until these people go to prison, if they continue to get a slap on the wrist, where $319.16 billion is concerned, nothing will change. Our tax dollars will definitely not benefit us, but benefit a few. A few cronies. So Mr. Errol Green, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Health and Wellness, who took over from Dunstan Bryan in September 2024. You remember? Informed Parliament Public Accounts Committee in March 2025 that the reports would be completed and dispatched to the Auditor General Department by November 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, it has not been completed. It has not been completed. It has not been completed, ladies and gentlemen. We have a serious problem in the health ministry. A very serious one. Them not stop thief. That's some them not stop thief. Them not stop thief. Now this is our next story now about the police them. Jeez and peace. Correctional officer has been charged following an independent commission Indicom probe into alleged assault of an inmate at the Horizon Adult Remand Center in Kingston last year. Indicom said correctional officer Romel Wilkie was placed before the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish in connection with the incident that occurred February 26, 2025. The trial has been set for April 14th. How much correctional officer you think is guilty of this? Striking an inmate. Tell us one by one them a go to jail, you know. This are the year. St. Andrew North Police are urging caution after two foreign nationals were allegedly robbed of gadgets and other items while visiting an area commonly known as the Lookout in Golden Acres in Red Hills. It's reported that about 12:06 a.m. on Wednesday, the victims were sightseeing, taking photos and recording videos when a silver Toyota Axio arrived. Now, I said this street criminal them in Jamaica. Want to find Jesus. Find Jesus before it's too late. And let me tell you why. Your biggest problem we have to worry about are not having God's protection over your life. That's the biggest problem. Not having God's protection over your life, and then your eternal life not secure because of the actions them we you do to people. Right? That are the biggest problem. So repent, give your life to the Lord, and this is where you have to be genuine. And you know, say, boy, make your Lord just guide you as to how you're supposed to maneuver and move forward to put food on your table. You see this robbery thing and harm people and them something there? Trust me. The judgment line a roll out that year. Hard. The police them under judgment, politician under judgment, and regular Jamaican under judgment. You don't want to incur the wrath of God. You're going to be a casualty. That's the first thing. And you know, so you can't escape the wrath of God. Secondly, you know, say police they not play with nobody. So you decide if you go rob foreigner, you mean at a time when Trump, the United States, is freezing US visas application? Come like on a sick on it. You mean one time when evil artists were raped or get deported or get held by ICE? You know it's a crime not pay, whether internationally, right, or locally, especially if you're not a big wig. If you're not up there in the top echelon of criminality, it does not pay. So you are, don't be a sprat. Don't be a sprat. Don't be a tiki. Left that alone, and seek God. You understand? I best advice me can go now. Because if you think say police now come phone with a venom, you make a sad mistake. Walk one dress skull. Yo man, yo brother, you don't need to think, bro. You don't need to think. Go find one program, brother, where you can get some skills. Electrician. Remember, say Jamaica rebuilding. You know? Go up on a program where you can get some skills to construct house and them something there. Quick program. If you get certified. Right? Hey, you see if you do smart, brat walk one. Yeah, me I tell you, brat, tell him about that level 3 band something. You think it normal? Let me tell you something. If you did smart, youths, so they I do them something. You know say that farmer team together and unite a construction team and you know just go aid the people them in a western Jamaica. I not talk Westmoreland, I talk about the entire western Jamaica that is affected or that was affected by Hurricane Melissa. Zane, write some contract with the people them, bro. Use social media. Get some type of contract with them where when them get back on their feet, them can pay on the back. You feel them I deal with? And go down there and start. Find some way, brother. I don't know how to get funding to get material. And find some way for just help build up back the people them. House down there, bro. Fast. All type of structure. Let me know if that makes sense, if it can work. Zane, I'm guarantee you someone will get work, you know. When you do something like that and don't put it to social media, you know, I go get work. People are going to pay you know. You feel me I say? Get it in a writing though, get the contract. So eventually, you will give them time to get back on their feet to pay you. You feel me I deal with? And make sure you document it too. On the social media. Zane, once them agree to it, they understand, say listen, you get up on your feet, you know. So you can get your house. So you can start back your thing. Right? Them thing there, bro. If them have some of the money, work with them. Same way. So they can pay the rest later. Work with the people them, bro. You understand what I say? Something, man. Put out a proposal to the government. Right? Make it public too. And then you say, listen, in an effort to wanting to restore Jamaica building wise, we want to be a part of that effort. These are our skill sets. This is our group. If the government telling them no, you know, it's going to look bad for them, you know. Sometimes you have to corner them certain way, brother. Sometimes you have to corner them certain way. Try something. Maybe me not say it right in terms of detail, but it going to spark somebody else for add on to what me I say. If you construct in a one way, where it going to beneficial. Zane? Yeah, let me see what I'm going to
Kind of dominance.
For the minister. Yeah? Yeah. 4. Number 3 rather.
So you like how we put 15 here? Not sure what Trump is doing.
Yes.
People look at it from that perspective.
Exactly.
The only thing we would say is the way it's done, but I mean, you know, you're back against the wall based off how I go in the Caribbean. You might have to do something here.
Well said, Bolo. Like
the wrong Jamaica, the young arm of the government JLP, with a bare face and disingenuous statement in the cleaner.
yes.
Is saying that Mr. Dr. Dawes called for independent oversight of the operations of the UHWI was a slap in the face of intelligence of the intelligence of the Jamaican people and confirm its willingness to seek to squeeze political mileage out of any issue in the public domain, the group said in a statement on Wednesday. No, Mr. Byron and the viewers, herein lies the problem. How can they have the audacity to just stand up with no moral fiber and integrity and put out a statement like this?
That's it. That's it.
After what the Auditor General revealed,
Crazy.
$521 million, no procurement, brother.
And they are
Procurement, brother.
and they are coming out
And the
to,
man called the man,
they are coming out right armed to be wrong and strong. Because what how you think, Bo, I think
article from the Green Island.
yes.
The article from the Green Island.
But Bolo, how do you think that $3 trillion right unaccounted for? Under those same mechanism. Under those same mechanism.
Exactly. Right? We have heard several times from him that, when the minister, Christopher Tufton, several times from him that, they're going to do this and they're going to do that. Right?
Yes.
Now the thing, it gets so steep now, you're going to create an oversight committee. Why should we trust the oversight committee that you created? And you are the head of the problem. Huh?
Then hold
I
on.
must trust you after years and years of this type of thing happening.
Hold on.
You think we don't remember the market report just come out a while ago?
All right. But Bolo, why didn't he created it when the Auditor General first came out and spoke about over $800 billion unaccounted for as it relates to the health sector? Why didn't he try to set that then?
You know why? Because the United States still be upon them arse right now. That is why.
All right.
That is why.
Okay.
Because people not correlate the thing,
Exactly.
All of the travel advisory.
Yes.
The travel advisory have been speaking about the health sector,
Yeah.
United States citizens have come here and suffered.
Exactly.
Right, from this healthcare system, and that's a fact, that's on record.
Yeah, there you go.
That's in the newspaper, several different incidents, right? That's why the US tell them, say, yo, when you come with your own health insurance in case you don't get fly out, right? So this is the worst we have seen the healthcare system and this type of travel advisory. The man is literally tearing down the institutions of this country. Down to a zero flat level, like 9/11 vibes. I saw the institution, them structure fall in terms of their reputation. Imagine the man tell the people, say, if you don't want to leave, or you can't go, that are the healthcare workers, them.
Yes.
And look at him now, please come home.
Can you imagine?
Huh? Overworked. The other day, Mr. Lambert Brown come by Jay Stevens and Colin Bell show. Overworked. The man work from Friday evening till Monday morning. People are up. There has been reports of doctors that has fallen down and died on the job. Exhausted. What kind of government is this? And the people, I have to blame the people, right? When you sit down too much, you need to come out. There's legal ways to get rid of this government. Mr. Will Rattigan have something named the MAGNITSKY Act, and I don't understand why we don't sign it yet. We need 10,000 signatures, right? So we can get to fight against the corruption and the human rights violations of Jamaica that the government is integrally a part of, causing indirectly and directly through action and inaction. The people need to stop talking about what is the PMP doing. It is time for you to march and stand up. This cannot continue, right? What you're going to do, you're going to wait until it's your mother that suffers from the hands of the healthcare system. You're going to wait until it's your father. That's what you're going to wait on. You're going to wait until it's your child. You're going to wait until your child and mother and father, when the police them come analyze somebody, will come open the door and say, here I am. Next thing we know, he take up one gun from Anna, one bucket. How comes they never put a handcuff on him? There's a myriad of issues in Jamaica.
Exactly.
Myriad. Only can stand on, but you need to be a brother's keeper and stop being selfish. Right? and separate yourself from these people like a wrong arm of Jamaica. Separate yourself because God is going to judge them, you know. God is going to judge them very, very severely. Wait and you shall see. Look at yourself as a man and the wife.
Bless up yourself, Bolo. And people, remember, you know, for governing us, Bolo, you know, say, Bolo one of the lieutenants.
Perfect. Big up yourself, Mystic Sensation, and I equally endorse Mystic Sensation platform. You understand? Definitely, I must listen. Alright? Yeah, man, I know them man, they're official investigators, so I know I Titans, you know what I mean? Mr. Wayne Lonesome and everybody, Will Rattig. And Jennifer, how you doing? Yeah, bless, say, PMP as the leaders opposition. That's what JLP did when they were in opposition. I disagree. I think the PMP has led and the Jamaican people, the PMP people them has not followed. I think the PMP has led and the people don't follow. The people don't stand behind the PMP when the PMP raised the issue to them. You remember the protests that was happening? What did the people say? No, for them say they're afraid to go the protest across the road. Let's call a spade, my brother. Let's call a spade. You understand? The People's National Party supporters them and well-thinking Jamaicans will say no P understand upon principle. They are the ones that need to stand up now. After you guys did not vote, you know. Some of you did not vote. And some of you were tell the PNP say we not support them. Take money and go vote for JLP or did not vote. Take money and did not vote. What else you expect from the People's National Party? The People's National Party gave you a what you call it? A plan. A plan of action when they get in a government that would have benefited your children and your children's children. Increase land ownership, increase education opportunities, first in the family. You didn't have to even talk about healthcare. Healthcare is a simple fix enough. All you need is somebody with credibility in the helm of healthcare, as the Minister of Health, and everything will change overnight. 1 year, if Dr. Alfred Dawes was in government, I would give the healthcare to see major improvements. Major. The people them had the responsibility to go out and vote for real change, and they took money, put ink on them hand, all type of, you see what them do all army people them down at St. Elizabeth? What them do, my lady there? Eh? Wanna see what I wanna do? All I wanna know have ink on the finger before election day. We take money. You see what I wanna do? St. Elizabeth. Take buyout, hungry belly. The PMP has led the way, ya bless. We just disagree. The PMP has led the way. The people of Jamaica have not followed. And I have too many examples of that. It's ridiculous. But moving on. Now go back about that. Moving on. Somebody just send me something a while ago. Don't shut to work. This is a new one?
Yes, matters having to do with travel will be disrupted in other ways. Be prepared for a global lockdown. Be prepared for a global lockdown. The beast, they are fine-tuning their plans for the next pandemic. And again, as they are thinking of advancing this pandemic with the attack against Venezuela, it is saying to them that they don't have much time because of the unpredictability of the same man everybody hates, but not realizing while he's not saved that he is really doing the Church of the Living God a favor. Persons don't realize that. I am not a supporter of politicians. I want to make that clear. If they are pursuing right policies, I will support the policies. But I want us to understand the man, Donald Trump, is the lesser of two evils. Remember that. So the two regimes are evil, but he represents the lesser of the two evils. Understand that. And so with that attack against Venezuela, and I'm not saying it is right or not right, yes, but we have to understand there is the bear and the dragon. Russia and China, they are also seeking to dominate the world. The world is no longer what is called unipolar. It is no longer a unipolar world where you have one superpower. It's still one superpower, but that is rapidly fading. Very shortly, you will have what is called a multipolar world where the global south will now rise and be as strong and dangerous as the West has been for many years. The West has been splintered. The European Union, for example, they are now rapidly, yes, reforming themselves, and very shortly they will refer to themselves as the United States of Europe. And when they now reorganize themselves, they will no longer need the United States of America. They will be a law unto themselves. Then you have BRICS, headed by Russia and China. They also will be a law unto themselves. And the United States will be there. They will still have clout, but they will not be able to be world police again. So the world is going to become less safe than it is now. Not to say it is safe now, but it will become less safe. So that is why this year is known as the year of war, the year of troubles, the year of tumult, the year of sudden or rapid changes. So within these changes that are going to be taking place in this 5786 2026, the world as you know it today will not be the same by December 2026. Believe it or not, there are many things that are going to change, many systems that are going to change. A number of the freedoms that you now have today, this month, a number of them we will not have. Remember that. Travel is going to be impacted. So there are those of you who have been holding on to your visa as if you worship it. I am going to tell you, there is a high price tag that is going to be attached to that visa. The dragon, the beast, is going to be manipulating the visa. Watch what's going to happen. I know it has started to happen, but it's not full yet. You're going to see it fully playing itself out. The one person who is stopping it, and again, I'm not supporting politicians, you know me already, yes? But it's Trump. If they were to get rid of him, the beast system would be rolled out right away. So what they're trying, person who is stopping it, and again, I'm not supporting politicians, you know me already, yes? But it's Trump. If they were to get rid of him, the beast system would be rolled out right away.
Whoa,
So I see.
When did this service happen? At first, me I hear that clip here. And this was a while back, you know. They just really, this is a channel that release shut to work videos to show you that he spoke about it earlier. This is supposed to be a video. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do my research right now. I'm going to do my research right now to validate my argument. Let me see when Mr. Shuttleworth released this video. Freedom Come Ministries on YouTube. Freedom Come Ministries on YouTube, right? Them have live service. Yes? Let me see. Let me see the shirt to him there now. Let me see if I hit this. Alright. This one. Let me go back and look. No, that shirt the well yellow. That shirt the well yellow. It's a what kind of pants in there now? That lady there in that purple something slung right there, so. Let me see if I hit this. Let me see if that lady is slung in that purple something right there, so. And he wanna talk for a while too, you know. And the lady slung in that purple dress. Alright, so this is not the video. This is not the video. This is clearly not the video. Yes, this is not the video. Alright, worship against one ex-worshiper 4 days ago. Alright, let me see. See where am I here. Pastor. May I skip past scenes, guys? Hold on there. All people are talking about chop this, chop that. Me tell them now. Lesser of the evils. Any other woman did in a power, dog, we sup all like pastor them. Everybody we speak freely on the internet. And them something that no, Lucy, that freedom is going to be taken away. So ladies and gentlemen, see it here? This is the video. So this video was done 8 days ago. The video we are listening to right now was done 8 days ago. Me just find the original. Ladies and gentlemen. See, I think I write that.
I am not a supporter of politicians.
Done. People, you see how fast I find that? Want to see how fast I find that? Yeah, man. So 8 days ago, the video that I'm playing right now that was posted today, 26 minutes ago, was posted 8 days ago in a ceremony at their church. You understand? When you say, what is the name of the YouTube? The name of YouTube is Freedom Come Ministries. That is the name of the YouTube. And the name of the video itself is Freedom Come TV or Freedom Come Ministries International. Them don't really have no specific title. The video was done on January 7th, the same day when they have prayer breakfast or whatever they want to call it. So you can look on them YouTube and see the January 7th video. Alright? And they use the same thumbnails, guys. They use the same thumbnails.
I want to make that clear. If they are pursuing right policies, I will support the policies. But I want us to understand the man, Donald Trump, is the lesser of two evils. Remember that. So the two regimes are evil, but he represents the lesser of the two evils. Understand that? And so with that attack against Venezuela, and I'm not saying it is right or not right, yes, but we have to understand there is the bear and the dragon. Russia and China, they are also seeking to dominate the world.
I told people this. You see the balance between the superpowers. I don't want any of them to win. I've been saying that. It needs to stay as it is, status quo. But according to prophecy, something will happen. Right? But I'm telling you, the way how things are structured, it is in our benefit that either party doesn't win. If you believe that Russia winning and China and BRICS winning is going to have us all living in a utopia, you make a sad mistake. If you think USA being dominant over everybody is gonna have us live in a utopia of good life, you make a sad mistake. Ladies and gentlemen, none of them totally winning is winning for the earth. That is why the apostle is saying he's not saying what he did was wrong. All right. It is not that simple, ladies and gentlemen. And my statement that I made on Mystic Sensation, if you listen to what I said, is not what you do, is the way you do it. But you know, when you're backed up in a corner, given the situation that's happening in the Caribbean, you can understand. Guys, you have to know the geopolitics to a level and using a brain, and also you have to look on the spiritual side of things because it's all connected, and the prophetic. It's all connected. It is all connected, my people. It's not about who we like. Yeah? People talking about them don't like Donald Trump. Uno need to understand some of Uno. This is why, ladies and gentlemen, we have to put all our faith and leave everything in front of God in terms of His will being done. His will being done is what we should pray for. His will being done in our life personally, in our country, is what we should pray for. We should pray for His protection, providing for us. Empress, how you doing? Empress, I've never seen you so upset before. What you mean, Empress? What you mean? You mean you watch me all the time and you never see me so upset? No, man, from the other day I get upset. Because I literally don't like the fact that our people are not standing up for themselves. Where you say, Devon, you want to sign up the MAGNITSKY app? Alright, no problem. No problem. No problem. No, man, too much our people, listen, too much is happening in Jamaica. I'm going to come back to the geopolitics now. Look at this, look at the situation here in Jamaica. We have an uncertified leader. Right? We have a illegitimate government. Meaning the legitimacy of their win is under question in regards to the election. We have a health sector that is being eroded by improper, unlawful, illegal, corrupt procurement practices. Zine, Benz Punani Energy. Zine, right? Fattening friends' pockets and associate and cronies. People in the healthcare system have suffered because of that. $31 million drill. People have lost their lives. Babies have lost their lives because of the lack of equipment and the misappropriation of funds and the lack of accountability. Apple, big up yourself. Apples. Jamaica, big up yourself. Right? We have had that issue with the healthcare system. Look at Ministry of Security. Right? The police are on a rampage in eliminating Jamaicans. Like eradicating them like they were termites or an insect or something. Right? I put out a video today. The mother was like, listen, these body worn cameras, she don't see how it's going to help because they might find somewhere around it. This is the level of distrust that the police have brought on themselves. And it starts from the head. Horace Chang, Andrew Onis, Kevin Blake. They have done nothing, ladies and gentlemen, nothing. You hear what I said? They have done nothing to remedy the situation. Absolutely nothing. They have stood behind every wrong thing that the police have done. Every wrong thing. I saw a clip of Marvin Egger on TikTok. I didn't watch the entire video. Said he was in a barber shop and the police killing something come up. And the barber had the audacity to say that every single individual that the police had unalive was a criminal. Ladies and gentlemen, mighty God. The 4-year-old baby was a criminal. Jamar Ferguson was a criminal. The fact that he can say that, shows a blind level of ignorance, for you to believe that every single person that the police analyzed was a criminal. Everyone. Get something wrong with your brain. You don't live in a real world. You obviously think that people are perfect. These are the things that anger me. Right? But let's go back to the prophetic and the reason from the apostle.
The world is no longer what is called unipolar. It is no longer a unipolar world where you have one superpower. It's still one superpower, but that is rapidly fading. Very shortly, you will have what is called a multipolar world where the global south will now rise and be as strong and dangerous as the West has been for many years. The West has been splintered. The European Union, for example, they are now rapidly, reforming themselves. And very shortly they will refer to themselves as the United States of Europe. And when they now reorganize themselves, they will no longer need the United States of America.
Whoa.
They will be a law unto themselves.
Whoa.
Then you have BRICS, headed by Russia and China. They also will be a law unto themselves. And the United States will be there. They will still have clout, but they will not be able to be world police again. So the world is going to become less safe than it is now. Not to say it is safe now, but it will become less safe.
Wow. Want to hear that, guys?
So that is why this year is known as the year of war, the year of troubles, the year of tumult, the year of sudden or rapid changes. So within these changes that are going to be taking place in this 5786, 2026, the world as you know it today will not be the same by December 2026. Believe it or not, there are many things that are going to change. Many systems that are going to change.
Wait a second, if you repeat, let me play it back a little bit.
And so on and so forth. You had better make sure you begin to put aside some cash here and there for when that time comes, because it is going to be chaos globally. You're going to want to buy something, and you will have no money if you do not put away. Also, put aside basic food items. Ensure that you have supplies that can last you up to a week. And of course, be prepared to share with your neighbors as one hand washes the other. And when you share, what you have will multiply, will last longer. So you need to put aside something, food items, the non-perishables. Keep doing it, because there is an imminent blackout. Word to the wise is sufficient. Also I see where matters having to do with travel will be disrupted in other ways. Be prepared for a global lockdown. Be prepared for a global lockdown. The beast, they are fine-tuning their plans for the next pandemic. And again, as they are thinking of advancing this pandemic with the attack against Venezuela, it is saying to them that they don't have much time, because of the unpredictability of the same man everybody hates, but not realizing, while he's not saved, that he is really doing, they will refer to themselves as the United States of Europe. And you have heard,
sorry, I went back too far. Sorry.
Venezuela, and I'm not saying it is right or not right, but we have to understand there is the bear and the dragon. Russia and China, they are also seeking to dominate the world. The world is no longer what is called unipolar. It is no longer a unipolar world where you have one superpower. It's still one superpower, but that is rapidly fading. Very shortly, you will have what is called a multipolar world where the global south will now rise and be as strong and dangerous as the West has been for many years.
Ladies and gentlemen, why you think Trump is looking to secure certain areas within the West? It is clearly because of this possibility that they have examined. Remember, you know, America is intelligence driven, you know, and certain intelligence that they have, you don't have. So you don't see the moves and how it will affect the power structure. America cannot afford to have China having a foothold in the Caribbean on certain levels. Them can't afford that. Them can't afford Greenland to be taken over by one of those countries. They can't afford it. It is called, it would be a tsunami eroding their power structure, ladies and gentlemen. Them cannot afford it. Now, you have to ask yourself the question, right? A man that runs his house, what is his responsibility as the man that runs the house? Is it his responsibility to protect his house? We can argue about how the house is and if the man a Christian or them something, you know. We can argue about that. But the principle of it, doesn't a man protect his house from threat? And you would expect the same from Russia and China and the BRICS and everybody. There's a separation happening for you, ladies and gentlemen. Burkina Faso, what they did to France is a big, clear example of the separation that is happening. These entities are saying we want back our resources to benefit us, these countries. They see the global West as the enemy. And I'm not going to argue with them. They know what they're experiencing. You understand? They know what they're experiencing. So it's a time where people are taking their own power in their own hands. And I'm telling you, the conquest of one or the other does not serve us very well here. Yeah, man, because you see in the process of conquest, the bloodshed, the raping of our women and potentially our children as well, right? You have certain belief structures that don't believe that Christians should stay alive because they're pagan worship. There's a lot of factors, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of factors. Trust me. Trust me. You ever hear them say jump out of the fire? You jump out of the pot and go into the fire? Believe. You hear what I tell you? Believe. Believe. We have to stay prayed up. God is our only and best defense. And it should be best and only defense. True defense. God is our best and only defense, ladies and gentlemen. You hear what I said? Even with this wicked and caring corrupt government in Jamaica, and what them are going with, upon them minor scale. Because for them thing minor, you know, compared to some country, you know. Can't tell you that. Them are just, it's a government, they are just crooks and scammers. You understand? And involved in all type of something. You understand? Where that is an offset of those types of things. Yes? This government, this present government. Very interesting times, guys. You hear the man say December 2026? A lot will be changing. A lot will be changing, ladies and gentlemen. All of the people in America, my family member them for now watch me, my friend them. Come home. Pray to God. Ask God for guidance, yeah? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Pray to God and ask God for guidance, man. I tell you.
The West has been splintered. The European Union, for example, they are now rapidly, yes, reforming themselves. And very shortly they will refer to themselves as the United States of Europe. And when they now reorganize themselves, they will no longer need the United States of America. They will be a law unto themselves. Then you have BRICS, headed by Russia and China. They also will be a law unto themselves. And the United States will be there. They will still have clout, but they will not be able to be world police again. So the world is going to become less safe than it is now. Not to say it is safe now, but it will become less safe. So that is why this year is known as the year of war, the year of troubles, the year of tumult, the year of sudden or rapid changes. So within these changes that are going to be taking place in this 5786-2026, the world as you know it today will not be the same by December 2026. Believe it or not, there are many things that are going to change, many systems that are going to change. A number of the freedoms that you now have today, this month, a number of them we will not have. Remember that. Travel is going to be impacted. So there are those of you who have been holding on to your visa as if you worship it. I'm going to tell you there is a higher price tag that is going to be attached to that visa.
Are you willing to sell your soul for your visa? Like Cliff Hughes and Andrew Wallace and Nationwide and Revolt. Are you willing to sell your soul for an American visa, guys? That's what it's going to boil down to, you know, at some point, you know. Are you? Are you ready? For selling your soul for a visa? Who remember when Cliff Hughes with the argument, and I did it, I addressed it on my TikTok, that, you know, Andrew Wallace has to be careful on how he addresses the Israel thing because, you know, the connection and, connection with the United States and, he has to be careful, because, don't want to lose our coveted visa because if he was to jeopardize people's visa, Trump would take people's visa. And, we have to be very cautious about what we say, Who remember? And I said, you're telling me that you would sacrifice your moral compass and your integrity for a visa? I said, man, I'm straight, bro. I'm straight. It's not that serious, bro. I'm good, man. Hey, all love, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you already know. I know that a far fact that Trump is less of the evils. So, nobody can say I'm anti the USA. No. I am of a sound mind and I understand all the variables. In this cog, you understand they can't leave out the spiritual side of things. So, are you guys willing to sell your soul for a visa? Hey.
The dragon, the beast, is going to be manipulating the visa. Watch what's going to happen. I know it has started to happen, but it's not full yet. Yes. You're going to see it fully playing itself out. The one person who is stopping it, and again, I'm not supporting politicians, you know me already. Yes, but it's Trump. If they were to get rid of him, the beast system would be rolled out right away. So what they're trying to do is to bypass the United States of America for now. Because they are confident that the upcoming primaries, they will be able to pull the rug from under him so that he will not have the level of numbers, to influence the Senate and the House.
Ladies and gentlemen, didn't we just read an article that is alluding to just that? U.S. Senate rejects Venezuela war powers resolution as two Republicans flip. The man is on point, ladies and gentlemen. Prophetically, he is on point. The man is on point.
Then make him into a lame duck president, one who can only sign executive orders and nothing else.
You hear that?
And then to wait out the remainder of his term, and while they are waiting, they try to assassinate him.
Hello, there is a prophetic word about that, right? Remember, there was an assassination attempt on his life already. Enough people say, oh, it's fake. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are listening to Miss Carrie-Ann, Prophetess Carrie-Ann on YouTube, and even Celestial, I believe, had mentioned it as well, who the beast is in body, in human form. It's a former president of the United States that is still alive now. And so prophetically, what he just mentioned is what they're planning to execute. And there in the beast system will be roll out. Ladies and gentlemen, we are living in the last days. We are living in the last days. Simone, what you say? If that is the initial of the president they're talking about, the former president, that is not the former president. I won't give you any hints, because if I gave you any hints, it would be a dead giveaway. No. Oh, you're on point, my darling. Sorry about that. You're on point. You're on point, Simone. You're on point.
Because they have increased.
You're on point.
The attempts already. Not everything is reported. So let us understand what is happening. So the United States of America right now is the major impediment right now to the beast system rolling out right across the world.
You hear that?
So when you're there cussing out the man, and I'm not saying he's a saint.
Not a saint. Nobody.
He's not a saint. Far from it. He's not saved.
No.
He needs salvation.
Yes.
You know,
who remember when, I don't know if you guys listen to our Pastor Show to work a lot, but I remember him saying, pray for Donald Trump. Pray for Elon Musk. The beast wants to eliminate one and use one. And he's praying that Donald Trump gets saved. Because if Donald Trump truly got saved, oh my God, that would be a real damn monkey wrench in the beast attempt to accelerate them agenda. Because I accelerate, they might try to accelerate the agenda, you know. Hey, God love we, you know. People God love we, you know. All we there are going with self, and we are do all of this against God. God love we, you know. We are literally children of the Most High. We don't understand the dangers. We are truly sheep, ladies and gentlemen. Don't make your pride. We are truly sheep. His mercy is everlasting. Yo, if you don't understand what the beast are trying to achieve in the people. Listen, it would please the devil so much to have us annihilated on every level, spiritually, physically, enslaved mentally, every level. The devil hate we, you know? The devil hate you with a passion, you know? That knows no boundaries, you know? So you see, when we talk about the beast, we talk about operatives of the devil that have that same passion. Imagine them running the world. Ladies and gentlemen, God love you. Unconditional, may I tell you. No joke. No joke. No joke.
But we can't deny that God is using him.
Yeah, of course.
Can't deny that.
Of course.
And as long as he's there, the people of God are getting a little bit more time
Yes.
to get it right.
Yes. Yes.
So open your eyes, ask the Lord to open your eyes so that you will see exactly what is happening. Let me say it one more time. The United States of America, because of that man who is not saved, that man who can be a devil when he's ready, but at the same time, God is still using him. He is a major stumbling block to the beast system. He does not support the beast system. But his time is running out.
Yes.
And as long as he's not saved, it is only a matter of time before the beast has its way with him.
Yeah, man. Donald Trump have to get saved and get God's true protection. It's serious. Yeah, man, it's serious, man.
Matter of time. And time is running out. So what we need to do is to understand that the one world order, no one can stop it because it's already prophesied.
Yes. Yes.
And so now is the time we need to get it right.
Yes.
Now is the time you need to. So I'm going to be praying for some persons very shortly because this is the year where you are led of the Lord to start businesses. You have to start it this year. The time is coming when you won't be able to start a business again because of the raft of changes that are going to be made and biometrics being involved. In order for you to register things, you need to comply with certain requirements of the beast, etc., etc., etc. This is going to be the year. That's why it is called Kaf Vav. Kaf Vav. And I will unpack that over the next few weeks. I started on radio yesterday, and I, by the grace of God, Life is Spared, will, led by the Holy Spirit, do some more. So your hands.
Yes, Valerie. He is the beast representative. Yes. He is the one that will take the helm.
Are being activated this year for innovation. Sir, don't leave. I need to pray with you. That gentleman, don't leave. I'm going to be praying with you very shortly. Yes. So your hands.
You can imagine that they are church. I leave and the pastor say, and pastor say, and say, don't leave. I need to pray with you shortly. You better sit down.
For innovation, enterprise. So there are those of you don't jump and start a business for the sake of starting a business, but then God would be speaking to you to say that he wants you to start a business. He would be giving you ideas where you have been prompted. There are some of you started previously, but it did not work. It doesn't mean that you should not do or start a business. What really happened was the timing was not right, or you made certain missteps. But I'm here to say to you that this is the year where you are led to start business, to start it. Hallelujah. Because the time is coming when you will want to start one and you will not be able to start it. This is the year when God will open up opportunities for you to own things, to own land and so on. And you have got to move at it because the time is coming when you will not be able to own land, meaning to acquire because of the system that will be in place and what would be required of you, in order to qualify. But those who already have their land and whatever else, they don't have to bother with the system. They simply continue what they're doing. So you need to understand, time and season. I'm going to say it one more time. You need to understand times and season.
This message, is for persons that have decided already that they are going to work with God's order and not the system and man's order. This is for the persons who understand prophetically revelation, what is going to happen in this time. The needs is here and they're pushing it hard. So are you going to take the needs? He's right. You're not going to be able to do business as somebody that's a true follower of God, a true servant of the Most High. You won't be able to do business You would be locked out because you would have refused their system. You understand? That would be the situation. You would have refused it. So, you know, you have to now seek God counsel now if you find out. And I'm going to do the same for myself because I've been thinking about some things lately. You get me I say? And I see a trend happening on the platform. I see a trend happening on the platform and it's like, I don't know, maybe God is asking me to go in a different direction and do something different. You know, God is trying to steer me in a different direction. But I will seek God's counsel on that as to, you know, what direction I should go in. Because this platform, you know, I monetize. This is what I do. I'm not monetized on TikTok. Well, I don't know. I don't understand TikTok. You know, I don't get paid for the views of my videos on there. I get paid for the views of my videos on YouTube. I don't have what they call it, super chats. I have the Cash App, I have the PayPal for those who want to donate and stuff like that. But when you have super chat, it's easier for people. I don't have that on my platform. I need to find out how to get a platform and still be in Jamaica where I can receive super chat. Good night, Make We Talk TV, Mr. Tavares. Big up yourself, my brother. Guys, make sure so go over go check out Make We Talk with Jeffrey Tavares on YouTube. Yes? And here he is on TikTok as well. So, you know, full expansion. Make sure so you follow him. Did I send an invite? I'm sorry, my brother. That was an accident. But there's another story that I want to go to before I go. Ladies and gentlemen. Very important. One, the police inspector that was charged got bail. Alright? He was granted bail, ladies and gentlemen, of 2.5 million. Do you think that is one, a sufficient amount of money to be giving him bail for? Could it be possible that the inspector could be seen as a flight risk? I don't really understand how the judiciary works, you know, in Jamaica. You know. It's kind of funny. But a police inspector, a senior police inspector that is a part of CTAC, right, get catch with that level of cocaine, is charged, and you grant him bail. You grant him bail. Donna, the time I go live now have nothing to do with it. Listen, I don't want to talk about it. It don't have nothing to do with it. Look at the space right now. Look at the space. Look at the content creators and look at the space. And look at everybody. There's only 24 hours in the day. 24 hours. That's it. People are on for minimum 2 hours. Right? As content creators. Most content creators do a minimum of 2 lives per day. So that's 6 hours out of the day where one of our favorite content creators is live. Let's do the math. Between the time of 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. You understand? Think about it and look at it logically. There's always somebody on at some time of the day. Or 2 persons, or 3 persons, or 4 persons. You have Talk Your Mind TV, you have Andre, you have Mr. Wayne Lonesome, you have Mystic Sensation, you have Auntie Jenny, you have Perry in Christ. Right? That are 6 people. You see, between 3 p.m. and 10 p.m. are 6 different content creators that me just name. easy that's gonna be live. There's gonna be some overlapping. It is inevitable. It is inevitable. There's nothing you can do about it. And I'm not even talking about going live. Look at the early mornings now. A lot of people live early mornings, you know. And I'm not complaining, I'm stating a fact. Just look at it objectively. Because I've always known that whether YouTube is a space where a whole heap of people live at the same time, the space has to be shared. Nobody can coin a time and say this is my time. Every single time of the day is your time. And you have to decide which time you go live. But there's not really a right time to go live. I used to go live in the night time, you know? 1 a.m. in the morning, you know? I have over 200 people that watch me, you know? I have more subscribers now. Where are the people? The problem is YouTube is not sending them the notifications. When J-Big, big up yourself. When I go live, I used to go live at 4 a.m. in the morning. I used to put out videos 4 a.m. in the morning. And people watch the premieres. Over 50, over 100 people I watch the premiere. When I wake up in the morning and I look upon the video, I say, right, it 3,000 views already. By the time at the end of the day, 8,000, 10,000 views. Now, the video them, I have 35,000 subscribers. 35,200. And let me tell you, boy, it doesn't matter when I put out a video, I have tested the water. It's like them shadow ban my page. I have tested the water. The video them now get no watch time, brother. I have YouTube groups. I have a YouTube channel that have over 2,000 people that I did not necessarily send a link to. They found me. You hear what I said? They found me. New people. If I get an average of 500 people to watch the video and like it, you know, out of the 35,000, you know, all of the video them good, the algorithm will carry them after that. The problem is, people are not getting the notification. That is the problem. And the only thing I can attribute it to is they have shadow banned my page. That's it. I don't have any other. I've tried everything. I've tried everything. You notice my thumbnails? You notice on my thumbnail them stay? I have tried everything. You know much people link me and say, yo, a long time they got a notification for your live. Nothing is coming up on their pages. Them link me on WhatsApp. Nothing now come up. Wagwan Glenn, bless up. Nothing is coming up. When I go live, they don't get a notification. And they're on YouTube while I'm live. Alright, like I did it on my Six Sensation earlier and call him 2 times. I go live look a bit before him done film live. People over there, some of them don't reach over here, so you know. Because upon them phone and them I watch, no notification that come out to my live when I go live. You understand? It is the problem, it is the issue. But the policeman will get bail. Me a question whether or not he should have got bail. What do you guys think? The police inspector got bail that was caught with the cocaine, ladies and gentlemen, in his vehicle. Police inspector senior where they are seated. I mean, is that standard for persons that are caught with cocaine? Is it standard? And I'm asking, ladies and gentlemen, I'm asking, is it standard? But hey, you know, next article. Let me know what you guys think. No extravagance in 155 million overseas trip involving Bartlett JTB officials. All right, so I have to go read the article here because the title alone can be misleading. I don't want to believe the title is actually the sentiment of Mr. Bartlett. Black Loki from I Am Alive, you know, man. Thursday is good, you know, man. I hope yours is good as well. Listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. There is found no evidence to support allegation of extravagance in nearly 155 million of overseas trips, many of which involve Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett and Jamaica Tourist Board official, says Auditor General's Department. The findings is contained in a special review of the JTB in Department's 2025 annual report, which was tabled in Parliament on Tuesday. It said the review followed allegations of a persistent cash flow problem linked to excessive travel worldwide by Bartlett and Donovan White, the Director of Tourism. JTB expenditure on overseas travel did not exceed the approved budget allocation for travel. The report said we were unable to assert that there was extravagance in the travel arrangements made. According to the Auditor General, overseas travel expenditure by the JTB total 155.9 million over the 4-year period 2019 to 2022, covering trips by executive staff members and representatives of the board. Some of the trips were led by Bartlett, who traveled 16 times during the period, and White, who undertook 30 trips, the report said. Travel-related expenditures for the minister amounted to 22.8 million, or 15% of the total overseas travel costs, while the director's travel total of 41.2 million, representing 27%, the report said. However, the auditors said their examination of JTB's general ledger revealed no evidence where the members were reimbursed for expenditure above their entitlement. The Auditor General also reported that overseas travel spending was significantly below what had been approved. Let me see if there's any more here. So, Mr. Bartlett and the man in the clear. What I would like to know is what is the approved travel cost for the JTB, and it's good. They are well under the amount that they are allocated to actually travel, ladies and gentlemen. Well under the amount. And this is an issue too, because you remember when Andrew Holness made a fuss about I think it was Mama P at the time traveling to Africa, right? And how much it actually cost and all of these things. That Fev, big up. Remember that? So this is why this is one of the issues then. But I will leave it here, ladies and gentlemen. Nara body to build rebuilding after Hurricane Melissa. No active. Jobs to be advertised. Morris Dixon. Man shot then in Amity Hall, St. Catherine. Detectives attached to the Old Harbour Criminal Investigation Branch in St. Catherine are investigating the identity of a man who was shot and unalived by unknown assailants on Wednesday. Residents report hearing explosives around 11:30 p.m. in the farming community of Amity Hall, St. Catherine. And of course, last but certainly not least, gangster turned neighborhood cop. That was interesting. Gangster. Oh no, how dare I? This message right here is too important for me not to actually play. Listen to this elder here, ladies and gentlemen. It's a message, serious message. Although homeless, mighty God. The other article that I want to share is this. Chronic Law is in ICE custody, ladies and gentlemen. Very unfortunate. Um, I don't know. Did somebody come out about a prophecy about him and his music that is gonna lead people to suicide or something like that? Yeah, I believe I heard something like that, you know. Yeah, man, big up yourself, man. God bless you as well. Hashtag Wagwan, Andrea, what's up? You good? You have some people who are watching me when I want to type in the comment section, you know. I don't say nothing on TikTok. I just want to say hi. How are you guys doing? Wanna cook? Wanna go on with? And there's a certain person too, you know. Yeah, man, there's a certain person. Yeah, I'm behave myself. I'm gonna behave myself. Yep. Oh, it's not Africa. Thank you so much. So Portia went to China. It's China she went. Big up yourself, Swans. It's China she went to. Okay. But I remember you stood up in Parliament. I saw that clip recently. Sefu, what's up, Sefu? Big up yourself. But listen to this elder here, ladies and gentlemen. It says here that elder man endures harsh bush conditions. Listen to him.
God making ways. When you get serious, huh? When you try and get saved, that begging, you know, this morning. But because you see me in this little place, God making ways. God, when him coming up, it's one call away. I won't be here. And when they're looking for me, they can't find me. I will be like Elijah, the prophet that God called up to the church of finance me. Straight up.
This is where you live?
For the time, yes. Time being. Here I live for a period.
People, this man is homeless, and do you hear the message that he's sending to everybody? You hear the message?
Yeah.
Why? Why?
Well, because the people die out and everything, and then when me turn the people, I carry my bag all over there, then we wrap my bag and take everything me have, I'm sleeping, take all my things, my bag with my clothes and my Bible. I have 2 Bibles with me.
The man and thief the man Bible, ladies and gentlemen. The Bible was in the bag. The man most distraught out, you know. In Bible, you know.
They call King James Version. Right now, I need a King James Version. Back. 2 Bibles to for me. See, my bag of clothes. My Bible was in it. I see me find birth certificate.
So where was this? Where were you when they stole your Bible?
I was down by Maxilla. I stopped there down at night time. Sleep on the outside when I go in town. You know, they said no, they didn't have any room.
But they ain't yourself
Jesus.
How long have you been displaced, Mr. Harold?
This is about 8 months. Jesus help me. 8 months. You can look at this for me, please.
Yo, the man have an original birth certificate. You know? The first one, you know. Yo, the man have an original birth certificate.
It's one of the birds.
In a good condition,
This
good. Mighty
first
God.
time birds. The people used to get the first type one. First time. 1940 I was born.
1940.
Yes. My father was a preacher when he met my mother and told my mother we had three children.
87.
The first one will be a girl, and the girl are going dead. And the next two, the 2 boys, girl dead for truth. Yes. Died for truth. And the 2 boys, me and my brother, he's a smaller. So me favor my mother. My mother went to England 59 and she was when he sent for me. She took sick up here now to operate it. If I'm not that, it may cool. And then me go in St. Thomas, through them send me a St. Thomas at a church. And the bishop had a peacemaker in the heart.
No man, Femon, he long. In birth certificate long like so. Man say the first birth certificate them. He long and it thin like this. Thin like that. And the long both so. From end to end so. Yeah man.
And then he came down and go back and so. And he said the doctor said he can take it out, so he will take out the peacemaker and call me on the phone. In St. Thomas said we keep him about 5 more years. By the 5 more years, he died last year. Last year he took it out. He came down. He died here. I lost some lot of opportunity, but I wouldn't travel again. No matter how it is, I don't travel again. I want nothing because I'm depending on my God.
So God make ways for you, Mr. Moore.
Yes.
In what way? How do you find food to eat and so on?
Well, I tell you, even the brother carried some food for me yesterday here. Put them in here. Easy. That's over. Sometimes the Lord provides me, man. We have good friends. Then they just come here and give me a tea.
Okay.
So,
and that is where you cook?
Yes, right there. It don't make me hungry. We can't tell you that because God tell Elijah that he will send a raven to feed him with bread and flesh in the morning and in the evening, the prophet. God suffered on him. When God caught up, we check the finances. So, listen, you see, if we never have food to eat, the rain that fell here about 3 days ago, you don't know how much I make it. And I'm dead for your million. Oh, God.
So how about the water? The water not come through the
Yes, man, it leaking, man. You have to give me back this because yes, respect. It leaking. So that's why I use the umbrella then. It leaking. And I think it's getting rotten. So what I'm going to do, I've got to try to build a little better, a little stronger. For the time that I've been here. If not, our lady work here, she do her thing and make help her. So she not come here. So I fear a place, the plantation. You understand? So we help her and so forth. Cause clean up and plant the little things and stuff. Help her. Big woman, so she will soon come, she not come yet. I said through the rain, I'm going to see her. Even yesterday she never told me.
Yes, Mr. Moore. So if you're asking the people for help now, what would you ask for? Because, you're exposed to the rain.
And let me tell you something, make cool last night. Make cool. Because the dew fall at night time now, And it's two spread.
The place get cooler.
Two spread, one thing, one blue one.
You know, see me in my
blanket. Me, this one tearing up, this one here. And you have another one, just get that one. Same brother spoke to you there. You tell me when you give me a head and carry that one and give me. That was recommended. God helping me. Not telling any lie. The Lord is on the job for me. And God not going to send me straight and dead and so forth. He's there. He will send his angel, his guardian angel. You understand what I'm saying? When he sent me out 2005 in the morning, you know what he sent me for? I ain't will have money on the road. Before God and man, and they got envelope where they pay tithes in church. But bro man, small envelope. 19,500 was in it. 9,500 in the morning. Somebody don't call me, man. The Lord give me blessing. Right no more I'm on Bible. We call it King James Version because I have one new receive me can fly.
And that's your radio that you use?
Yes, man. Yes. You have to charge it times and go down, but I'm going to get it charged. Like it on charge now, on my phone. If you go down, but you don't do it. So I have some of the things to do. Maybe do some washing. They come after me. I don't think I cook right now.
So when you cook, how do you preserve your food? You just cook every day?
No, man. I cook when I cook 1 day, it takes me 2 days. Right? A while ago, I just eat 2 dumplings and some sardine and mackerel. When I have from Oh, when you had from yesterday I cook. You understand? So it kept me for 2 days when you cook. And store it good and start not trouble things. And take it easy. Bless the Lord, man. I mean, I eat my food, I just bless it. It have to be blessed. You understand?
So where you get drinking water, Mr.
We have a pipe up here and the wind. I said, you have to drink this water. So, if you go drink all the water, you go buy. You understand? So the water, we have pipe. We have pipe water, man. And hose.
And you buy oil to put in your lamp as well?
Well, the oil now is the brother. The same brother carry come, the one you see, they give you. And carry this one comes in. So the lamp now, this one giving me a problem, so I told him. So he said, you change it up and carry the lamp comes in. So,
Only not hear the man say, a God send him angel them and bless him. Only not hear, only listen. The lady asks the man if he want help. What help him with that one? All the man say is that, sometime at night me cold. He never say, send me clothes. Right? Because the man depend on God. And the man is totally depending on God. The man's faith is so strong. He remind me of Job. When I hear scripture them, you hear the scripture them the man quote about the prophet them. And a bird, you send a bird to come feed you. You hear the scripture them when I quote. Our powerful testimony, this is not the elder man here. Powerful. How many of us, the way we live, can see ourselves growing old and vulnerable again? And we are not afraid of that. How many of us are afraid of growing old and vulnerable again, where you would have to depend not on your own strength to do simple things? How many of you are afraid of that? And this is where your conscience comes in. Because what seeds have you sown? What seeds have you sown, ladies and gentlemen? Where did my mother used to say, cast your bread upon the water of righteousness, I believe, and it will return many days hence. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, what I have learned to see, it's better to be blessed than rich. You heard what I said? It's better to be blessed than rich. Learn the difference. Learn the difference. It's better to be blessed than rich. Yeah, man.
No, this one not. Where this one supposed to come here, one little flashlight. Sure. I'm fixing a little flashlight.
Yes, because it must be dark in the night.
Two of them now. This one not bright. This one get dull. This one is right. Get dull. See, you park at night time when you look out for the coconut tree. This one here. That coconut tree here. Powerful, man. But this one now, I put battery in it. You see? But me not have it, my main worries.
Need help with the house.
Yes, man. Need a help. Need a little house. A little help. I need it. I don't know how, but the Lord will work it out for me. Because it's me depending on him. Yeah, Jesus not leave me.
Yeah.
You hear that? The man said, I need a house, but I don't know how I'm going to get it. It's the Lord I'm depending on. Equally, I was talking to my mommy and, giving all the stuff that is happening. I'm like, really and truly, the mommy, I just got to depend on her. Because what else there is, no matter you say you have a job, no matter you say you have work money, or whatever you feel like say you're alright, I mean, God is definitely, once I covered, I best thing. I can't tell when last I go hospital, you know. I can't tell when last I go doctor. No, me just I give thanks. I've said it many times on this platform. The only reason why I'm alright is because I gotta preserve me. Well, God, mummy, God. God. All praises to the Most High. Then I God make my mother, so I God same way. You understand? The only reason why I'm good is because of God. Last time I went to the hospital, ladies and gentlemen, I had a fractured ankle because of football. That's it. And that was so long ago. You know how long ago that? Me used to play football. Me used to play basketball. You know how long ago that? Like seriously got a doctor for something serious. Obviously me got a doctor one time because when I do like a medical checkup or whatever. But it's not because something wrong with me. I mean needed to go to the doctor. So I'm telling you, it's better to be blessed than to be rich. It's better to have God's favor than to be rich. God's favor outshine, outrun any adjective you want to use. Good night, Sonia. God's favor outrun, outweigh all of them. There's something there. Not like God's favor, man. Not like God's favor, man. I tell you that. No joke about it. No joke about it. But this is very encouraging. That Virginia, that elder, I tell you.
And the Holy Spirit, Holy Ghost, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. The eyes is on me. So therefore, I have to keep my eyes. And then, I mean, I mix up. You know, people give me some things, women, and then one, you come at the yard and live and all this, that. Until we something shock. We have to take it easy. I don't want to be like, even in the garden, with the serpent when I trouble her.
Right.
Okay. So,
you hear what the man say? Some people give him things and want him to come stay at them yard. The man say him don't want to be like even at the garden with the serpent. He stay by himself. The man say, I keep my eye upon God. You remember good? Hey, me love this man here, man. Yo, this man are the best. The faith, this man are the best, brother. This man are the best.
and now get me mixed up.
The man say nobody now get him mixed up. He rather stay in one bedroom on the farm with the tarpaulin pan on the board. You remember good?
Lord fix me already.
Oh.
You hear me saying to you?
Yes.
Therefore, I have to keep my eyes on the Lord.
Keep my eyes on the Lord.
And respect your people coming here to me today. Because the brother spoke to me. I said, I don't see anybody, you know. Say, you ain't come and carry some help for me. I said, I don't see anybody, but I leave it in the hands of the Lord.
Yeah.
And look, this morning you call me. Jesus. That's why I have to give you thanks. You have every time. My Father.
Listen, man. You guys need to go and start checking out the Star here. The Star, the Jamaica Star on Facebook. They put out some different type of story from Glean and Observer. Believe. Yeah, man, you don't need to start check them out, man. Me I encourage you, me I endorse the Star. Yeah. Even the thing with Chronic Law. I start me see it on first, and then now me see it on some other platform. No, that's not true. I saw it on TikTok first, and then I saw it on the Star. Somebody on TikTok, they put it out. People, that's my time. It is our responsibility as a people, wherever you are in the world. You know, I don't know what you're experiencing, but for here, us in Jamaica, we are experiencing high levels of corruption. And it is our responsibility, ladies and gentlemen, to ensure that we stand for what is right on every level. And also the greatest responsibility is our relationship with the Most High. Because turbulent times Very, very tenuous times are ahead. Very, very tenuous times are ahead. Unfortunately, we have leadership in Jamaica that does not desire, it seems, to follow God's instructions for the nation in terms of having 3 days prayer, repentance, mourning, prayer, mourning, and repentance for 3 days, and fasting as well. They have no intention of doing that. If they did, they would have done it already. Yeah. Where say you're going to listen to the JCF? I want to go on the JCF. Yeah, talk about JCF. I want to go on JCF. Me always to Jamaica news stay while I'm doing this, and I have a topic. More news comes out. What was this? Green card gets red light. Immigrant visa process to be paused. Yeah, we know about that. Live. Oh, video. Let me see. St. Catherine police clamp down on car stealing ring. What else is happening here? You chairman NIA reacts to Auditor General's performance report. Chronicler detained. See coming on news, the Chronicler detained. Yeah, okay. Alright.
Make it a habit. 8.
Let me see this real quick. Let me skim through this real quick.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News for Thursday, January 15. I'm Carrie Simpson. A special welcome to our viewers on YouTube, TVJ International in the Cayman Islands, and online at onespotmedia.com. Here's what we have in the bulletin.
3 arrested in vehicle theft crackdown. Manchester police reassure residents after recent murders. And later in sports, Young Windies get win in Opening Youth World Cup match.
Now the details. 3 persons, including a 21-year-old mechanic, have been arrested in a series of police raids in St. Catherine. Speaking with our news center, commanding officer for the St. Catherine North Police Division, Senior Superintendent Hopton Nicholson, says the operations are part of efforts to clamp down on persons who are part of a vehicle stealing ring.
24 hours, 3 scrapped Toyota Voxy motor car were recovered by operatives, and
the breach of the law.
A section of the Maypen Bridge in Clarendon has been declared a hazard area following a recent site visit. Mayor of Maypen, Joel Williams, says the bridge now poses a serious risk to pedestrians. Speaking at the latest Clarendon Municipal Corporation meeting, Mr. Williams urged the public to exercise caution until repairs are completed.
The necessary assessment have now been completed, and as an immediate safety measure, the downstream, the plan are in place to block off one of the pedestrian walkways that pose serious risk to our foot commuting residents. While we continue to push the NWA for the commencement of repair works, we are also ensuring that residents are fully informed of the hazard. Public safety remain non-negotiable.
Calls answered. Residents in Segree Street in Savannah Lamar, Westmoreland are breathing a sigh of relief after the main road, which was blocked since the passage of Hurricane Melissa, has finally been cleared. Kimberly Petty has the details in this TVJ News follow-up.
This was Segree Street a few weeks ago. Due to the poor state of the road, the community is still without electricity.
it was a street formerly, but then it becomes something totally different. We have our own ecosystem coming out of this.
Fast forward to Wednesday, January 14, this backhoe was spotted clearing down utility poles and other debris. And the residents are overjoyed.
Very welcome to see this, man. This very nice. Yeah, man. Years to stay, so thank you. Listen.
We're getting there.
Yes.
We're getting there.
And he's not the only one that's grateful.
I feel so pleased. I know. Because we see evidence that something that go on. Like was from Motor Road and them a try to clear up the road and stuff. Since car all process already.
Big up yourself, Mrs. Buchanan, TD, big up yourself, TD official, big up. You see your baby, big up yourself.
The residents lauded Councillor for the South Division, Julian Chang, for the cleanup. However, Ms. Chang says this is just the beginning.
In recent times, this street right here has made the news, Silver Street, and I am happy to tell you.
Her voice sound like, I'm sorry, ma'am, I'm not even trying to diss you or nothing. I got your voice sped up, and the tone of your voice sped up. You sound like Alvin and the Chipmunks. That's crazy.
This afternoon that we have started some work. I spoke with the mayor and we have started, some work here in terms of cleaning up. One of the first things that we tackled was the light poles because they were all in the road. So we have managed to take them out, to cut off the wires, and we just had some equipment here earlier cleaning and clearing the area.
She told us what's next for that stretch of road.
We are going to now be going over to the drainage side to see if we can burst the drain and open it up so we can take the water off the road, and then we can start with some marl and all of that. I'm happy because this is the best it has been, and see there, look good still. It's still not even space to walk, but at least it's an improvement.
Kimberly Petty for TVJ News.
Hey, some of the road with them in Jamaica and some community, I wonder, what was because a lot of people wouldn't know, but my major is supposed to be architecture, if I had finished up my college, ambitions, But of course, I decided to take no student loan. Yeah, so, yeah, that embarrassment, something there, no, I never decided to do that. If the PMP was in power, with the way how they was proposing it, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, because them thing they put out people picture in a paper about them. No, people can't fall upon times, brother. I said nope. Now put my mother through that and my parents. That's not nice to say, the lady voice. She did not go and buy the song. No, Ivan, come on, man. Listen. It is a correlation. It's not disrespectful. When it's sped up, our voice sound like Alvin and the Chipmunks. It's a tone. That's not disrespectful. Oh, man, y'all gotta chill, bro. I was very respectful. Alright? I was very respectful. I said, I'm not trying to disrespect you, man. But I sped up the live a while ago, and the tone of your voice made it sound like Alvin and the Chipmunks. She literally sound like Alvin and the Chipmunks. That is a credible comparison. Come on, that. You can't hold that against me, brother. Hey, Ivan, you can't hold that against me. That is a sound comparison. Sound. No, I'm not saying that, nobody never blame her. Somebody say me big. I shoot. Me big. You can't get upset for that. Your voice sound like Alvin and the Chipmunks when I sped it up. So me put the normal and I listen to you. Come say, well, our voice sound so. I say, no man, miss. When I listen back what me say, Ivan. Listen back what I say. Just listen back what me say. Alright? Let's not be too sensitive, ladies and gentlemen. We have to sometimes laugh at ourselves, yeah? Yeah, man, we can't take everything to heart. Let's not be too sensitive. But her voice does sound like, when it was sped up, it sounds like Alvin and the Chipmunks. She has that tone of voice. She does. You know when people take helium, and you hear them sound like Alvin and the Chipmunks, she have the voice naturally. Alright, Ivan. But yeah, that is it. Somebody tell me, say, me think I did something happen with JSafe. Titans are going. Trump admin 75 countries, visa freeze, hurt Jamaica families, Big Mama tell lies, and Jazz Davis. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you have many things to listen to. I believe today Mr. Buchanan was live. I'll have to go and listen to him because I'm interested to hear from him where the human rights issues in Jamaica is concerned. So I'm definitely going to tune into Mr. Buchanan. I think he's already ended his life, but I want to hear what he has to say as the representative. And of course, I did not get to watch him last week, and I'm very, very upset about that with myself. So I'm definitely going to watch him. And then later on, check out everybody else, Titans, Perry, Andre, what I say? We have some videos to check out for Annie Isabel Rose at all for the press. Big up on yourself. That's my time. See you, Yvonne and everybody. Bye. TikTok, make sure you go in my bio and subscribe to my YouTube page if you haven't already. Alright? Subscribe to my YouTube page, TikTok. Simple Pebbles, all of my moderator them, Decade, all of my supporter them, Angela, everybody, big up on yourself. All of my gifters them. 1, 2, 3, big up yourself. You hear that? Everybody, big up. Valerie, big up. Everybody, big up on yourself. Look more. Zane, I'm out. $2K people pass through. That's not bad.